This month's budget really just went out the window, so let's break down how I handle unexpected expenses, what I do to get back on track, and how I stick to a budget while still living my life and hitting my financial goals. Every month I create a zero-based budget for my family, which sounds a whole lot fancier than it is, but basically I'm just telling every single dollar my husband earns from his job where to go in our life and what to do for us. Our current budget breaks down to have us spending 44% on needs like our mortgage, bills, utilities, groceries, and gas, 28% on savings and goals, which for us is maxing out 2 Roth IRAs, and 28% on wants. And over the last few years, we've really done a deep dive to figure out what actually makes us super happy to spend money on, and we focus our want spending there most months. But sometimes things just don't go according to plan, like this month where we had a $600 medical bill that was due, along with having to buy a new dryer for almost $1,000. Of course, this is the month that I also decided to pay for a full year of my Oura Ring subscription for $70, and we also had a little trip planned to Milwaukee to see a concert, so of course we spent a little extra on food and gas that weekend as well. Past me would have been absolutely stressed about nearly $2,000 in extra expenses, but this is exactly why I have an emergency fund and sinking funds. But sinking funds really saved me this month. Sinking funds are basically setting money aside in a high yield savings account for those things that you know will come up eventually, like home repairs, car maintenance, random stuff for my kid, and keeps me from needing to use my emergency fund for non-emergencies. Because although a dryer is pretty essential, I could have kept hanging our clothes to dry, I guess, for a few more weeks if I really wanted to. Because I have a fully funded emergency fund with over 6 months of expenses in that high yield savings account, the account pays me about $200 a month in interest, which usually refills those sinking funds by the time I need to tap into them again. But this didn't happen overnight, and honestly, the biggest thing that I love about financial goals is that they build on top of each other, and a goal that seemed crazy to me a few years ago is now well within my reach because every single day I'm taking tiny little steps going in the right direction, and it really does add up. And not to be cliche or anything, but I heard a saying that said $1 million is just $1,000,000 $1 bills, and if that's not motivating to you, then I don't know what would be.